Hey everyone, it's your host Bran, and this is your go-to Jett guide.
No fucking way, dude. No fucking.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 most important things you need to worry about as a Jett player. We're going to be going over her abilities, her best weapons, and her best maps, all in one video. Stay tuned. Jett is an amazing character. She has these 4 abilities that make up who she is and the type of playstyle you need to play with her to maximize her output. Her first ability is the smokes. Her smokes are phenomenal. Being able to throw smoke right out of point blank compared to like Omen or Brim that need a little bit of time is really useful for getting out of sticky situations. The more I'm going to be talking about Jett, the more you're going to start noticing that she's a very selfish character. She doesn't really add to the team other than her fragging capabilities and her use of the op, which we'll talk about soon. But her smokes are something that she can actually use to aid her team more than any other character can. So with Jett smokes, you'll see me use them right in a way where it's either I'm in a very sticky situation that I cannot get out of, and I need kind of like a way to reposition myself as fast as possible, or a way to block out entrances to bomb sites that people would come into when I'm alone, you know? Something like that. Stuff like that are very useful for Jett. Her updraft. Her updraft, in my opinion, is her least useful move. I think that there's a lot of versatility when it comes to her smokes, her dash, and her ult, but I feel like updraft is only used in very sporadic situations, mostly in contingent with other moves. So you don't really use updraft to kill somebody, more or less. Only if you want to do a cheeky classic right click kill because of how accurate the classic is. Back then, before this new patch came out, we were able to get away with a lot of cheeky shotgun kills due to the fact that the air aim of the shotgun was very like more accurate than you would think jumping and shotgunning would be. So the fact of the matter is, we were able to get away with a lot of stuff back then, but now with shotguns getting a nerf to air aiming, it seems to be a little more of a tricky situation. So with updraft, I would usually use it in scenarios where there are maps where you have a very high elevation or anything that has to do with you having to plant a bomb. For example, I'm thinking mostly in Ascent. So in Ascent, you have the bomb site, I believe it's A, where you're able to go in and even in defense side, jump over the heaven area and see where people are planting the bomb, where I get a lot of kills. But if you usually see my gameplay, you're going to notice that a lot of the updrafts that I do end up using have to do a lot with having my ult also. Ult is extremely accurate. So being able to updraft and hire myself, and then using ult to right click or left click heads, that becomes a lot easier to use and more manageable to use updraft. So I definitely think updraft is really good, but only when you have an ult and when you want to get more information. But sometimes you can just get headshotted and it just becomes useless if you don't have any way to defend yourself. Now comes dash. Dash, in my opinion, is one of Jett's best moves. I think if I were to rank her moves, I think I would rank them as her ultimate being number 1 for how versatile it is and the fact that it's extremely easy to get a lot of kills with it. Her dash is definitely number 2, even tied with number 1, I believe. Then her smokes, and then her updraft. Her dash is one of the best ways to get out of sticky situations in this game. And that's why she has one of the best operator motives in this game. She is usually the one that you would want to use the op with, to the point where like pro players actually have a designated opper, and in the form of Jett, it's always Jett. You can have everybody else play op, that's fine, but your risk and reward when having a Jett as the opper is extremely huge, man. Like, it's actually intensely crazy. The ability to dash out of sticky situations after a shot of an op is extremely good. So imagine this, right? Scenario 1, you're going into from attacking side of Ascent. You go into mid from catwalk and you shoot your op. The person, you whiff your shot and the person is on the other side over there around market. You shoot your shot and you miss. If you have the muscle memory down to press E after every shot, you will actually dodge out of the way before his shot comes out, and you will actually get out of that sticky situation. Or if you get a kill, you can just go back into defense. That's the thing, right? It's so versatile. It's such a get out of jail free card. And I think that's one of Jett's very, very great things that make her as highly used in the competitive scene as it is. In the last tournament, Pop Flash, in Pop Flash, we saw a lot of Jetts. Not as much Cyphers and not as much Omens, but she was actually third most picked character in the tournament. There's a reason why. Her ability to op is uncontested, bro, and it's actually incredible. Cypher being number one is completely fair, and Omen's the best smoker in the game. What can you do? So after the dash is the ult. The ult is amazing. Everyone knows about the ult. The fact that you can put it away, bring it back up anytime. You have 5 knives. Right click is RNG and shoots all 5 knives out. Left click is a very, very straightforward shot. One tap to the head, he's dead. You know? Typical. What's amazing about this ult is the fact that, yeah, you can put it away and such, but you can mix it up with your moves and become one of the most deadliest characters in this game. You can actually just go out there and kill anybody you see. Pretty amazing stuff. Now onto the topic of Jett's best weapons. Jett is a very versatile character that can be used in a plethora of different ways. Like I said, a lot of competitive teams have actually just picked up people like Wardell or Shazam or even Tens, who are very good Jett players that are very good oppers. Not all of them play the same way, but most of them play with the op in mind. That makes the op the best weapon for Jett. I think Jett's #1 utility in any team right now is to be master opper, to get those picks either mid or in places that people would usually go that you would want to get kills easily, so it can be a 5v4 instantly. Op is king, guys. Take op. If you don't want to play Jett as an op, as a one-trick op, you can go about doing it any other way. So just think about it like this. Anything that has any potential to kind of one-tap somebody in the head is a great gun for Jett, solely for the fact that she can dodge out of the way if it misses. So that's Sheriffs, that's the Vandal, that's, you know, anything like the Phantom in close range. Anything that has one-tap potential is your go-to for Jett. So if you want to not play as an op, you want to play more of an assault rifle gang, then go over there and just play with the Vandal. The Vandal is the best way to get out of any sticky situation. If you want to get some taps, you miss your couple shots, dodge out of the way, go back, re-peek if you want to, or position yourself in a more defensive area. Remember, you have smokes now. That's so good. And shotguns were nerfed, but like I said, if you need a gun that's a one-tap potential, dude, if you're close, if you're playing those very cheeky close corners, try it out. Get a shotgun. If you don't kill, dodge out of the way, reposition, throw a smoke, and get out of the situation. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's just how it works. From that point on, your weapons are set up. Get those ops. What I recommend doing is what I usually do is I buy light shield and abilities first round, then I save next round. Then by third round, if everything works well, you should be able to get a hero op, which is when you op without getting any shields. If you're a good enough Jett, you should be able to steal some kills, so next round you can buy armor, and then go on from there. If you want to get an op as early as possible, then by all means, save first round, save second round, even if you lose, get that op for the third round and win it for your team. That's all the weapons. So for Jett's best maps, you are really left with these 4 maps, right? You're left with Bind, Split, Ascent, and Haven. Let's be honest, I think Jett's versatility plays well with every single map, because at the end of the day, whatever Jett and the op do, that's a very together pack. So if the op gets nerfed, that automatically goes straight into Jett. It's actually a Jett nerf. So it's kind of like that. So think about it. What are the op's best positions, right? In maps, very long corridor hallways, places where if you see a pick, you get a pick with the op. So Split, for example, you have the mid, right? You have mid where you go and you peek. If you get that pick, guess what? You just got a pick for the team. You can push into mid. For bind, you have the left side of T side, where you go into bomb site with hookah, right? So you have that little area right there. If you get that peek, guess what? You have that long opened, so people in hookah can push, and they're one less person to deal with. Ascent, mid, bro, mid. Ascent is literally mid and heaven in the defense side. If you want to do defense side heaven on bomb site, I think it's B, then bam, you already got that settled. And then with Haven, Haven's my like least favorite map in a sense, because Haven, you have mid, but it's really risky because people can just running one tap you, or you have bomb site A, I believe that is the one with heaven, where you have that long area, that A long that's there, that you could see people from, where you can get a shot and then just dodge either right or left, which is really good. Again, Jett is a very versatile character that can be played in every single map if you just know the positions that you're going for and you hit your shots. That's the biggest one. You have to hit your shots. If you whiff that op shot, bro, it sucks to suck, but your team just lost a character. You're not very useful in team-based stuff already, so you're pretty much the one that needs to start fragging, or either that or you lose the team for the team, you know? It's all the maps. In conclusion, I actually believe that Jett is one of the best characters in this game, mostly because of the fact that the op is an extremely extremely busted gun, honestly. There's a lot of ways you can counter the op, trust me, I know. Flashes all around, smokes, there's actually a lot of things you could do. But just be careful with the fact that whatever the op gets as a nerf will always connect to what Jett's gonna feel. If Jett gets a nerf, then well, that's fine and all, but op getting a nerf, that's on Jett too. Because everything the op gets is a tie-in to what the Jett feels. And guys, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and tell me what you guys want to see from me. This was a lot of fun to make, and I want to see what you guys think. So, see ya.